everyone, I am Lux Andriano and today I'm here to discuss the internet platform. So first, what is internet platforms? It is an online services or application that enables users to interact, share content or conduct transactions over the internet. They can also use the sites or social media sites like Facebook and Twitter to connect to e-commerce platforms like Amazon and different kind of e-commerce. These platforms provide space for users to connect, communicate, and engage with each other through the digital world. They often have specific features, rules, and policies governing users' behavior within their ecosystem. After knowing what is internet platform, let us jump to the history of internet platforms. So from 1969 to 1991, the development of internet platforms saw significant milestones. In 1969, ARPANET, the precursor to the modern internet, was created by the US Department of Defense. It allowed researchers to share information over a network. And in 1970s, email became one of the first widely used internet applications. In 1971, Ray Tomlinson saw the first email, marking a pivotal moment in the digital communication. Then, after that, during the 1980s, various protocols and standards emerged, including the TCP or IP, which enabled different networks to communicate in and in 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, which introduced the concept of web pages linked through hyperlinks. And after that, by 1991, the first web browser was developed, making it easier for people to access and navigate the internet. And in this period, laid the groundwork for the explosion of the internet platforms in the subsequent decades.
The first webcam was developed the same year. Following the development in 1991, the government was involved in the creation of Mosaic, which was regarded the first digital web browser for the general public. In 1994, Netscape Navigator was released along with the first e-commerce transaction. The internet was commercialized in 1995, followed by the launch of social media in 1996, Wi-Fi in 1997, and Google Internet in 1998. Various online platforms were created and commercialized over the years, including Wikipedia, Vault, MySpace, CanSpam, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and others until the first commercial transaction using Bitcoin occurred in 2010. Now let's take a look at different internet connections. One increasingly common form of internet connectivity is through satellite networking. This is where you would use a satellite dish to communicate with a satellite that is in space. Wireless connection uses a radio frequency band to connect to the internet. ISDN separates the traditional copper telephone line that underpins the communication system into several digital channels. Dial-up connection works by dialing a specific phone number provided by an internet service provider and establishing a connection through a modem. Broadband connection describes a method of communication where you can send multiple streams of data across a single wire by communicating across multiple frequencies on that wire. Another type is DSL, which stands for Digital Subscriber Line. It uses the existing telephone lines in your home to be able to provide you with high-speed network connection. Many of us use cellular networks for internet connectivity, especially if we're away from home. Most common example of this is hotspot, Bluetooth, or USB, and use our phone as internet connection. Cable internet is a type of broadband connection that uses cable television infrastructure to provide homes or buildings with internet access. Now let's discuss about the online platforms for ICT development. We have the social media platforms and the blogging platforms. Social media platforms includes the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and other social media, which allows us to create not only personal accounts, but also pages and groups where you can share contents. Blogging platforms are broadcast-style communication systems that enable authors to publish articles, opinions, or product reviews, which can be delivered through standalone websites, emails, feed syndication systems, and social networks.
There are 8 types of network devices. The first one is the repeater. A repeater operates at the physical layer. The job of the repeater is to regenerate the signal over the same network before the signal becomes too weak or corrupted. The second type of network devices is the hub. Hub is a basically multi-port repeater. A hub connects to multiple wires coming from the different branches. So hub has 3 types. The first one is the active hub. So it serves as both a repeater and the wiring center as well. So these are the hubs that have their power supply and can clean, boost, and relay the signal along with the network. The second type of the hub is the passive hub. These are the hubs that collect wiring from nodes and power supply from the active hub. These hubs relay signals onto the network without the cleaning and boosting them and can be used to extend the distance between nodes. So the third type of hub is the intelligent. Intelligent hub works like an active hub and includes remote management capabilities. They also provide flexible data rates to network devices. It also enables an administrator to monitor the traffic passing through the hub. So the third type of the network devices is the bridge. A bridge operates at the data link layer. This bridge is a repeater with add-on the functionality of the filtering content by reading the MAC addresses of the source and destination. It is also used for interconnecting two LANs or local area networks working on the same protocol. The bridges has two types. The first one is the transparent. These are the bridges in which the stations are completely unaware of the bridge's existence, whether or not a bridge is added or deleted from the network. Reconfiguration of the station is unnecessary. These bridges make use of two processes. The first one is the bridge forwarding and the second one is the bridge learning. The second type of bridges is the source routing. In these bridges, routing operation is performed by the source station and the frame specifies which route to follow. The host can discover the frame by sending a special frame called the discovery frame, which spreads through the entire network using all possible paths to destinations. The fourth type of network devices is switch. Switch is a data link layer device. A switch is a multi-port bridge with a buffer and design that can boost its efficiency and performance. The switch can perform error checking before forwarding data, which makes it very efficient as it does not forward packets that have errors and forward good packets selectively to the correct port only. In other words, the switch divides the collision domain of host, but the broadcast domain remains the same. The fifth type of network devices is routers. A router is a device like a switch that routes data packets based on their IP addresses. The router is mainly a network layer device. The routers normally connect LANs and WANs and have a dynamically updating routing table based on which they make decisions on routing the data packets. The router divides the broadcast domains of hosts connected through it. Sixth type of network devices is the gateway. Gateway is a passage to connect two networks that may work upon different networking models. Gateways are also called protocol converters and can operate at any network layer. Gateways are in general more complex than switches or routers. The seventh type of network devices is the B router. It is also known as the bridging router. B router is a device that combines features of both bridge and the router. Working as a router, it is capable of routing packets across the networks. And for working as a bridge, it is capable of filtering local area network traffic. Eighth type of network devices is the NIC, or the Network Interface Card. NIC, or the Network Interface Card, is a network adapter that is used to connect the computer to the network. It is installed in the computer to establish a LAN or local area network. It has a unique ID that is written on the chip, and it has a connector to connect the cable to it. The cable acts as an interface between the computer and the router or the modem. NIC card is a layer 2 device, which means that it works on both the physical and data link layers of the network model.
The Internet of Things integrates everyday things with the Internet. The term IoT, or the Internet of Things, refers to the collective network of connected devices and the technology that facilitates communication between devices and the cloud, as well as between the devices themselves. So how does the Internet of Things work? The first one is smart devices. An IoT ecosystem consists of web-enabled smart devices that use embedded systems such as processors, sensors, and communication hardware to collect, send, and act on data they acquire from environments. The second one is Internet of Application Things. IoT applications use machine learning algorithms to analyze massive amounts of connected sensor data in the cloud. Using real-time IoT dashboards and alerts, you gain visibility into key performance indicators, statistics for mean time between failures, and other information. The third one is a graphical user interface. A graphical user interface may be used to manage an IoT device or fleet of devices, a mobile app or website that can be utilized to enroll and operate electronic devices is a typical instance. So here are the top 10 countries with the fastest mobile internet or Mbps in year 2021. The first one is Taiwan with the average speed of 85.02. Second one is Singapore with a speed of 70.86. Third one is Jersey, 67.46. Sweden, 55.18. Denmark, 49.19. Japan, 42.77. Luxembourg, 41.69. Netherlands, 40.21. Switzerland, 38.85. And the last one is San Marino with average speed of 38.73. The declaration focused on 10 areas. The first one is internet access for all. 2. Democratizing the architecture of the internet. 3. Freedom of expression and association. 4. Right to privacy and protection of personal data. 5. Gender equality. 6. Openness and access to information, knowledge, and culture. 7. Socioeconomic empowerment and innovation. 8. Education and digital literacy. 9. Liberty, safety, and security on the internet. And the last one is Internet and ICTs for environmental sustainability. Evidently, the internet could be the biggest revolution in the computing and communications world. Initially, the internet was meant to connect researchers to share and communicate their research information on a common platform. However, a lot has changed, and functions of the internet are far wider than it was thought during its conceptual stage. In short, the internet is useful in many ways, but communication and information sharing are the most significant.
Advantage and disadvantages of internet platform. Internet platforms have become an integral part of our daily lives. The benefits are so attractive that most of us forget to see the hidden dangers associated with interacting online. So, what are the advantages of internet platform? First, advantages. The internet gives us the access to knowledge, information, and learning opportunities. Search engines like Google provide a quick and efficient way to find information. Second, we can manage our finances more effectively. You can access your account, track expenses, set up automatic payment, and monitor investment. Third, it provides telecommuting options for employees. The employees allowed to work remotely from their own locations. Fourth, cloud computing and storage expand our abilities to keep data. And last, encourage entrepreneur and creator of intellectual property to pursue more unique and efficient product. They create a product with wider appeal and unique features to stand out in the global market. Next, what are the disadvantages of internet platform? Number one, what can be used for good can also be used for evil. If the user uses it for growing their knowledge, it is good. But if the user uses it for threatening or hacking somebody, it is bad. Number two, expose all of us to more advertising. Many companies convince us to think that you need their product even though the reality is. Number three, frequent internet use can lead to social isolation. So because of too much uses of internet, we forgot the importance of socializations. 4. Increase of cyberbullying and too much personal information will lead to theft of identity. We must harness the benefit of internet platform while taking precautions to guard ourselves against danger. Did you know the top 5 largest internet company? The top 1 largest internet company is Amazon that has 268,908 employees and $107 billion revenue. The top 2 is Google, where it has 61,814 employees and $74.98 billion revenue. The top 3 is Facebook, where it has 12,691 employees and $17.93 billion revenue. The top 4 is Tencent, where it has 25,517 employees and $15.84 billion revenue. And the top 5 is Alibaba, where it has 26,000 employees and $12.29 billion revenue. Over half of all users worldwide are in Asia. China has a 1.3 billion mobile subscriptions out of populations of 1.36 billion, while India has 0.91 billion mobile subscriptions out of a 1.25 billion populations.